Confidence is defined as a feeling of self-assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's abilities or qualities. But just like any other thought or feeling, it is just an electrical impulse in the brain that comes and goes in an instant. Doubt is also just a fleeting thought. Recognizing these simple facts can help all of us make better use of our thoughts. You may be thinking, it's not that simple to not give so much attention to our thoughts, and I totally agree. I know we have all felt what it is like to not be confident in ourselves, our abilities, our appearance, and so much more. That is normal. No one can be confident in themselves all the time. If there is someone who's figured it out, I would really like to know how they do it. For me, a good place to start is to recognize the thoughts for what they are, pursue the things that are helpful and positive, and move on. Confidence can be like the ocean, coming in waves. You can be completely sure of yourself, and then someone or something could come in the way, and you'll be doubting yourself immediately. It is a funny thing, really, and I wish there was a way to have complete control over it. But really, all we can do is accept it and live in the present. As Dumbledore once said, it does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live. To get the best for ourselves, we need to work at finding our sweet spot with our confidence. Our thoughts are not the boss. We can choose which thoughts to hold on to and which ones to let go of so we can move toward our goals and a general sense of confidence. As a freshman in high school, after someone I had been friends with for almost 10 years left me for another friend group, I started to doubt whether I was fun enough, cool enough, or good enough to be friends with her. It was a very hard school year for me. My doubts made it hard for me to make new friends, especially when it seemed like everyone already had their set groups. I didn't want to impose on anyone's group or force myself on anyone. I didn't think anyone would understand it or get how I felt. I felt like I was all alone, but not everything is as it seems, and I hoped that I wasn't the only person feeling this way. This experience made me determined to do something about it and make new friends. I didn't want to start over, but I realized that sometimes you just have to force yourself into some things to get what you want, and that change is good. This past summer, I went on CLTC, which, if you don't know, is one of the summer programs BBYO offers to learn leadership skills and meet people from around the country. I made it my goal to learn how to make new friends and make lasting connections. It was one of the best things I've ever done, but it was really hard at first. It took me a couple of days to make friends, which of course drained my confidence, and I nearly gave up. But I knew what I needed and wanted to do. I just had to keep reminding myself over and over that I had a mission, so that I would have hope and not dwell on how slow I thought everything was going. I realized that putting pressure on myself was making everything harder, so I decided to relax. I would like to say I figured out a strategy, but looking back now, I think taking a chill pill was the strategy. And it all worked out. I ended up making friends with some really great people, friends who are here with me at IC today. I realized what I could do, and I came home way more confident. My confidence was higher after CLTC, but I was still nervous to make new friends at school. I was scared to talk to people who knew each other better than they knew me. I sometimes still feel that way. I'm always thinking, what should I even talk about? What if they don't like me? And what if this goes badly? But they're just what ifs. I have to keep reminding myself to push those questions to the back of my head and just live in the moment. It's not good to live in your head playing out different scenarios because it will just make you lose your momentum and confidence. Doubt can happen anywhere, anytime. I recently went to Topgolf and kept getting frustrated that I wasn't playing well. I am a perfectionist, so this happens to me a lot. It's like overthinking. It has benefits, but can also drag you down. It seemed like everyone in my family was playing so much better than me without even trying, whereas I was trying really hard and not playing well. This made me start to question whether or not I'm a good golfer, but these were just insignificant thoughts. In the end, it is just a game and will not matter in the future. It's better when you just relax, focus on having fun, and not care about the scores. I realized it was silly that I was getting frustrated, and I started to play better. It's annoying getting in your own head, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who can really psych myself out. We are our own worst critics. Accepting that there is room for improvement, knowing the work involved to get there, and doing it lets you gain more confidence. Once you recognize the thought or feeling of confidence, it becomes easier to hold on to and allows you to enjoy the things you do and ultimately have more fun. That is what life is about. Over winter break, when I was writing this talk, I was very much considering dropping out of the program and not going through with it. I didn't want to stress myself out or give myself another project to work on. I didn't think anything I chose as a topic would be something an audience could relate to, and I didn't want to talk about some of my experiences in front of a lot of people. I ended up deciding to do it because I didn't want to give up, and I hoped that maybe my experiences would connect to someone. I pretty much lied to myself about how easy it would be to write a TED Talk and then deliver it in front of a lot of people. You know, lying to yourself can be a good tactic too. Fake it till you make it. I had to tell myself everything was going to go smoothly, and that at least some people would relate to not being confident. I know that it's important to tell yourself you can do anything, and even lie to yourself so you don't let the crushing thoughts in, but it's hard. Usually it's easier to do nothing and just soak in the insecurity and doubt, but it doesn't make you feel better. At any moment, I know I can find myself losing confidence when I compare my grades in school to someone else's, when I see someone performing a combo better than me at dance, or when I am scrolling on Instagram and see people I wish I looked like. It can be hard to fully accept yourself when you see people around you doing things you wish you could or looking like you want to look. If I see someone and I think, wow, I wish I could be like her, it sometimes inspires me to practice, improve, or make a change, but sometimes it just makes me feel bad. You can try to improve your skills or your appearance, but sometimes you just have to accept that some things are not meant to be. Feeling confident in certain areas and finding your strengths can be encouraging. When you are feeling down in the dumps, it can be like you are wearing blinders and cannot see or think about anything but your lack of a skill or quality. It can be hard to believe you are good at anything. But relaxing and realizing when you can do something well is important. It reassures you that you are good at many things and builds your self-esteem. You can decide to hone in on the things you know you do well, or decide to keep improving at the things you do not do so well. You don't have to let the fact that you are not the best at something limit you. Confidence is different to each individual and cannot be defined by a single thing. It is always changing and being rewritten. Your journey through finding your confidence is like a winding road with twists, turns, and forks along the way. Confidence is just a character in your story. You can make the villain or an ally. Recognizing it and being determined to become the best and fullest version of yourself will help you find your own personalized confidence. Everything is up to you.